He's trying to slip around the building. Look, my people are already inside. Quit looting. Get out here and fight. Dang it. What are these yokels doing? Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we are back with some more Unreal World today. This is the Conquest of the Njerpez series. Canute the Destroyer stands before you right now with a pack of dogs and a small army of mercenaries that we have recently hired. In fact, we are about to embark on our very first assault here of the Njerpez culture. It's not the Njerpez culture proper, but one of their little satellite colonies that they often spread out as the time progresses here in the Unreal world. Here is the serious target. This is the big one we're going to go for. But right now we are just outside that area, like I said, right here in the small spot. So this one little settlement is creating this purple cultural blight on the land. So we're going to wipe this out. We're going to inhabit. We'll move in. This will be our little staging point, and we'll probably from this point do some hunting, some exploring until the deep winter sets in, and then we're going to launch an assault right over here. But first things first, let's take out this settlement. So if you guys are pumped for this, get down there, hit that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't. Also, if you're new and just tuning in for the first time, there's a link to the full playlist below. But let's not waste any more time. Let's zoom into this village. All right, we have entered. I will zoom out for the purposes of this, but we will zoom in post-processing or during the editing process so you guys get a nice close-up view of the action here. I'll try and point out my targets and stuff too with the mouse cursor instead of just calling it out verbally so everybody can get a good idea of what is happening. I know with the primitive nature of the visuals it can be tricky, but okay, as I mentioned in the previous episode right at the close, one of the first things that's going to happen is our companions are going to start talking to us. So this is also a good way to just get an accurate count of how many people we've got with us. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. I think we had more than that, but we did hire him at slightly different times too, so it might not trigger the conversation until a moment or two later. Now so far I don't see any enemies yet, but I'm not going to go moving into the heart of their settlement because I don't want to get surrounded, cut off, or we don't want people all around us. Doesn't look like, did all of our companions, yeah, we've got about eight or so people with us. That's good. Okay, I'm just a bit nervous. I don't want to lose on my first assault here. I mean, if we lose 1 or 2 of our companions, that's okay. God, is there anybody here? All right, we're moving in. Oh, there. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, I stepped right in front of the door with 2 of them. I think they knew we were here and they were waiting to spring an ambush on me. Oh my God, all right, we're going to step back. Okay, they're hostile now. So, looks like we've got our dogs here, creating a little shield in front of us. Of course, our companions are hostile too. Everybody with the red little quote marks is hostile now. We're going to take a shot at this gentleman, this Njerpez right here in front of us. Of course, as I mentioned before, I need to go for the head because... Oh, he is attacking me. He's swinging with his mace. We're going to dodge. Oh. Okay, we got to dodge again. He did hit us, but it glances off our forearm. Didn't penetrate the armor. I'm not showing an injury, but he might have bruised us. He completely missed us the second time. I need to step away again. Damn it, he is all over me. Okay, we dodged again. I can't draw my arrows, my bow and arrow, whenever you got a guy actively on you. It's a waste. It's a waste of effort. Okay, I think... Damn it. Tried to kick me. Yeah, I'm not able to draw on him. Alright, screw this. It's time to bring out the trident. No playing around. We're going to... Let's just dodge real quick. I've still got to take the bow off. I don't want to have one hand on my bow, one on my trident. That's not a good way to fight. Alright, now we can counter strike with the trident. Point to the body. Both parties manage to hurt each other. His kick glances off your hip, still hurting you. Your thrust glances off his hip, still hurting him. The impact doesn't penetrate either of our armors. Oh man. Well, we've got 2 more warriors here in front of us too. Hopefully these people are attacking. I don't know what's going on around us necessarily. There is some action going on here. We've got Njerpez fighting the old man. The dog is fighting too. Its jaws snap on thin air. Oh, look over here. So it looks like the old man is coming around the side of the cabin there. Get him. I can kind of direct the attacks and stuff, but I'm going to just let them do their thing right now. As long as they're actually fighting, I'm okay with it. If any of them lose the little like aggro symbols around them, then I'll reorder them to do stuff. But let's go ahead and assault this guy here. All right, he's right in front of me. Although I'm worried because the dog is in front of me too. Okay, we got space. There we go. Alright, time. Let's do point to the legs. Oh! We completely missed him, but he ran away. Alright. I think we might be better trying to get our bow and arrow back on. Wield. Yeah, because they all seem distracted now. None of them are necessarily coming at us. Or if they are, they can't get through our shield of dogs here. Alright, this one to the north is probably our best shot. So I'm going for this guy right here. And of course we're doing a headshot. Nailed him. Let's see, arrow flies straight. Warrior doesn't make it out of the way. Pierces his shoulder. Cool. Scimitar slips from his grasp. Awesome. I don't notice any injuries so far on us in particular. So I think we're fairly okay. I'm going to turn a little bit more. Okay, I just want to get a full view of what we got going on. I see 3 enemies on the screen right now. That might be the full extent of this little tribe here. There may be more though, so usually these don't have many, and typically you don't see women or children in these. Alright. There aren't too many good shots right here, but I'm still going to take a headshot at this guy. Let's see. Arrow flies straight. Hits his shoulder again. One of the Njerpez just died. Yeah, that wasn't the one we just shot at, but this guy right here is dead now. Perfect. I don't think we've lost anybody yet. Petru's in a fight. Alright, let's go for another arrow shot. Ooh. Yeah, we don't have any targets at all. One of our allies is in between us and the Njerpez. So I'm going to cancel that action. We've still got the arrow ready to go, though. But we basically give up our turn. Okay, now you can see that my allies are no longer hostile, or at least most of them aren't. So what I'm going to do is grab my chat command here, choose target. Doesn't matter which one, so I'm just going to select this guy in the white right in front of me. Now I'm going to go to group command, and I'm going to have them attack this guy. There you go. Now they all turn hostile, and they all focus on him. There's the guy. I was going to say, I know there's still another Njerpez. He's like, I don't know where he's going. Oh, buddy, I got you in my sights. Look at this. I think it's pretty clear which one I'm attacking this time. Headshot. Oh, missed him. He's trying to slip around the building. Look, my people are already inside. Quit looting. Get out here and fight. Dang it. What are these yokels doing? All right, I'm zooming out for a second. Let's get to maximum visibility. I don't think there's much more in terms of population. We might be good, so let's get back into the fight. What do you say? We've got a shot. Possibly. We've also got a possible very, very bad miss here. One of the Njerpez fell. Nice, we nailed him. Arrow pierces his shoulder. The arrow breaks. One guy just dropped dead in an instant. Hold on. Remus tries to stab the Njerpez warrior with his broad knife. He carries out a perfect thrust. Who drops dead? Oh, okay, the Njerpez just dropped dead. I think they're down to one guy. Come on, let's take another shot. Headshot. Oh. Arrow hits his hand. Oh, he's down. He's unconscious. Let's move in so the dogs can get at him. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah, I think that's it. At least all the ones we see now, because they all went passive. Let's search around. The one thing I like to do is I go into stealth. That way I know, like, if somebody is around, they'll break my stealth because they'll see me, you know, if we're in clear sight of them. There is another little building down here. All right, we got to get in this. We got to do this very carefully. All right, open the door. Who's in here? Whoops. Okay, nobody's in there. Ooh, man, tell you what. That was quite a little assault, wasn't it? Not too bad. Just a good warm-up, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Did we lose somebody? Oh, here's our casualties. Two of the old men. I think this guy was just alive, too, a moment ago. I think he literally just passed. Wow, that's sad. Nothing we could have done. I don't think we can heal other people. Well, we did lose a couple. Let's see, but we've got a few more here that have some loot on them. So let's go ahead and let things settle down, take a little assessment of our dogs maybe, and then we're going to go through all that sweet, sweet loot. All right, guys. Well, I have kind of sorted through the bodies. There weren't that many of them, so it didn't take too long. But if we zoom in a little bit and enter our new cottage, because remember, like I said, we're going to go ahead and set up here for a little while. If we look on the map, eventually that purple circle will go away. It just takes a day or so after you've eradicated all the population. But the village remains. The little yellow square there will still be there. It'll just say like Rogue Settlement. I can't remember what it says, but it doesn't have an affiliation. So it belongs to us now. But this is the loot we've got. I've got it kind of piled up right here. Now, before we get into that, let us do the proper and respectful thing, which is deal with the bodies. You can see up here, this is where all the bad things happened. And I've assembled all the bodies. I've stripped them all, obviously. We've got ourselves a little fire going. I might have to get some more wood. This fire was already here when we came in, but I'm going to push all the bodies into the fire, and we're going to burn them. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to chop down a little bit more wood, but, you know, possibly get some of my companions to help me too. Let's see, not all of them have axes though. Yeah, they'll tell me. If they can, they will. If they can't, they won't. But I'm definitely going to get some cordage assembled in this location. Now, one thing I've noticed is they don't have a stove in any of these small structures. There's only 3 of them. There's plenty of room to expand here at this spot though, isn't there? Look at this. They got water around them. This place opens up into a decent little hunting area too, so I like it, man. The Njerpez, they are to be despised, but they certainly do have good taste in settlement locations. But now this area, this little structure right here to the south, it's all alone. I'm going to leave this one. We'll probably just ignore it. Let's just close the door and leave it for now. I can always disassemble it if I want to get the logs. And I could, you know, if I wanted to get ambitious, expand like this structure up here. But I'm definitely going to install a stove here. It only takes 35 stones. And honestly, there's probably 35 stones just out in the front yard. So we'll get that set up so we can smoke here and probably do a little hunting, explore the region for sure. And most importantly, we can start to make headway into exploring the enemy's territory too. That's a big part of why we moved over here. Oh my God, you guys. Well, I got so concerned with chatting about my future plans, I forgot to show you the loot. So here, let's take a look at it. Back in our little cabin. I gotta string these dogs up and give them some food too as a side note so they can start healing. But let's take a look at what we've got. So these are kind of separated into 2 piles. The weapons and the tools and the traps from the clothing. So the clothing is a much more extensive pile, but this one has got a scimitar, which is pretty fantastic. I'm probably going to go ahead and just pick some of this stuff up. We're going to use it. I dropped a hand axe. I've got a hand axe too, so we actually came out with 2. One of them, I believe, was from the Njerpez kill in the last episode. Yeah. But anyway, a second hunting bow. We can trade that away. A mace, which is really good. That will definitely be worth something. It's got an iron component to it. It's a fancy club, essentially. And a knife and a small knife, both of which I think I'm going to pick these up too, just for my own use. We'll take the scimitar, 2 pounds for the scimitar, until we get that masterwork broadsword from the blacksmith. Now, you know what? I'm going to pick all this stuff up because we're going to trade some of it. But yeah, the fox trap, that's handy. We'll just trade that away too. I'm going to keep the shovel until I find like a better version, but we'll probably use that for, I don't know, whatever. Maybe setting up a cellar. Yeah, I need a cellar at certain locations. So this is all great stuff. Really, really fantastic. Now, let's take a look at the clothing here. Oh, there's a lot of it too. We've got a fine fur overcoat, and it's almost undamaged. Just a little bit of damage on it. But I'm pretty sure that one's even better than what we're wearing. But no worries, I'll probably end up trading most of this away, although that piece specifically I might keep. But what I am looking for is some woolen mittens. So there's a pair right there. And some socks. I need some woolen socks, linen socks if they make that. But I need the hands and feet covered. Well, we've got some woolen mittens. I'll pick that up. I'm going to pick everything up too. It's all coming with me because, like I said, we've got a little bit of work to do before we can attack. So I am definitely going to get us set up, well, with a little bit of firewood, cordage, and build that stove. Then we've got to get back over to the Remy culture and do some trading with some blacksmiths. Well, I've just been looking around the very general vicinity of our new settlement. I'm actually liking this spot. We got a nice big lake here. There's a little bit of open territory you can see around us, but I'm going to have to explore that further, see where the really good hunting grounds are at. But so far, it's a nice spot. It's hard to locate my base, though, in and amongst all the trees. But I did mark it. There it is with a nice little blue X, as you can see. So that's our base, and we're going to step into it. Let's take a look at the dogs, first of all. Oh, we've still got companions here. More than a day. Okay, well, yeah, goodbye, guys. Well, in a day, goodbye. But right now, they're just kind of hanging around. I've had them chop up some boards, as you can see. In fact, let's give them a general order here. So T, target, group command. Let's go to fell some trees. There's only like one of them that's got an axe, but it doesn't matter. I just give them some orders. Now, let's see. Okay, you can see I've been feeding the dogs. They got plenty of meat here. They're all tied up around the tree. I just noticed there's an arrow over here. Hey, let's pick that up. That's still good. So I'm going to look at the dogs. I don't know. Yeah, some of them still have injuries. Okay, not a big deal. I've been leaving them here tied up. There's a couple of them there. He's serious puncture in his hip. Zach, well, that's okay. Not a big deal. We'll let them hang out there for a little while longer. And they don't need to all be completely healed before we head out of here for some more exploration and trading. But we've got a little bit of stuff to do here still. So as you can see, I've been collecting some things. I dropped most of the loot just so I had extra carrying capacity. But we've got the stove, and I built most of it. That's why it looks like a shadow here, but it's not quite done. So I wanted to bring you guys on board for the final stage. There we go. So we now have a beautiful fire here. That's wonderful. I'm going to need to get some more of the boards too. We're going to make a table in there so that I can beat out skins and furs on it. And of course, once we get some meat, we're going to need a cellar. So let's finish off the cellar. I've got, boom, there we go. All finished now. So this is a pretty decent little spot here for us to stay at. And now again, we will be pretty nomadic overall. For the near term, we will spend a couple of weeks here, no doubt about it, hunting and waiting for the deep winter. But once we start actually really assaulting the Njerpez, I'll be moving into like a village here or a settlement that we destroy, and we'll move in here, make that our permanent spot. And then as we get farther in to the attacks, I'll have to move again so we have a closer settlement to the heart of, what's left of their territory. And eventually, we'll probably have lived in 2 or 3 different of the settlements here as we go along, destroying their culture. But we've still got a ways to go. Now, one cool thing too, one last thing we'll talk about real quick before we get our gear together, because like I said, I really want to get back over and trade with the Remy too. I'd also like to explore the area and do some hunting, but we'll do that after we've gotten our trading gear and maybe lighten the load. Also, I need to get some cows just for carrying all the loot. So we've got a big trade trip ahead of us, but there's a couple of perfect boards here. This is the NPC made 2 perfect boards, which is really nice. What I'm going to do with those is grab them, and we're going to make ourselves some skis real quick.
You'll have to ski it to believe it.
So if we go to the crafting, R for transport, and skis. So what do I need? 4 pounds of fur and 5 feet of tying equipment. That is no problem at all because the fur clothing we've got here can work. Oh, and as a side note, I did pick up that fine fur overcoat and I repaired it and switched it. So now that's what we're wearing. And the other one that I made, the handmade one, we'll just trade that away. It's all right. I wasn't too attached to it or anything like that. But all right, that should be enough fur. Actually, I don't even need all of these things. That's enough fur. Now, do I have some cordage? Let's use this leather cord. It's a bit more than we need, but it's still going to be rather nice. So, all right, 4 pounds of fur. We'll use the footwear and the overcoat. There we go. Now, we still need a ski stick, but this is going to be a good step towards winter travel. Oh boy, that was a long ordeal right there. We're going to have to go to sleep right here on the spot. No, I don't want to exit. Let's have a drink, eat a little bit of our roasted meat. I think that's some of the stuff we captured. I'm just going to sleep right here on the spot because we're pretty exhausted. Okay, let's see what the quality was. Did we get decent skis? We did. We've got a set of regular old skis now. That's good, that's good. And, of course, we need a ski stick too, but I need a little bit of leather for that. No worries, of course, we've got tons of leather too. So, as you can see, it is snowing, so it's a good time to get prepared for those cold winter traveling months. Okay, well, we've got the dogs. They are not fully healed, but like I said, it's not the end of the world. I don't plan on getting into any more fights, but you never know. You can always run into robbers and stuff. We've still got several companions, too, for a day or less, but we are going to go ahead and leave our newly established settlement. Let's just check the map, too. Ah, yes, so that's right. You can see the purple is gone. So this is just officially an, unaffiliated settlement, I guess you could say, but it's ours. We've claimed it. So we are going to make our little trip back into the Remy culture here. Hopefully it'll be safe, but I am carrying quite a bit of wealth, and I've always had my own personal theory that if you're carrying a bunch of wealth with you, you're more likely to encounter robbers, but I don't really know if that's true or not. Again, it's just something I've speculated on to myself before, but hard to say, although I have encountered many robbers before. Sometimes with success, sometimes you can actually just sneak away from them if you're quick, you're quiet enough, or lucky enough. Sometimes you can fight them. If in a situation like right now with all these companions, I would definitely go toe-to-toe with any robbers that we came across now. And the dogs would certainly be helpful too. So even if we were solo with just our pack of canines, I'd be fairly confident, but you never can tell, man. Even in a contest between, 1 robber and 10 dogs and you can always still get a lucky arrow shot or something across. But, all right, here we are. I think this might be the one I set up, or asked for the helmet, so it might be too soon for this one. Let's just go find the blacksmith and ask him. All right, here he is. Let's see. Oh, couldn't make it. You couldn't make it this time? I think he just means that he hasn't completed it yet. Yeah, the order's still in there. Where was our other one? I swear I had another order in. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Hold on, no, this is the sword. He should have it. I couldn't make it this time. I've never experienced this. Wow. So I guess what? We got to come back in a couple days? Because this one should be ready. This was the first order we put in. Yeah, the helmet, it's still a little bit too soon for that. That's wild, though. Huh. Oh, well, I never encountered that. And I don't think he would let me put in another order either. So we'll just have to wait. But I'm going to go ahead and buy a bull real quick. Let's just see what they want. All right, there we go. So we got ourselves a bull for a couple of the weapons and the tools we had, then a bunch of just the messed up clothing. So, also the fur overcoat that I made. But there we go. That's a good deal. So, one bull is probably satisfactory for now. It's good to have extra carrying capacity, and the dogs will work for that, but they don't carry all that much. No, certainly not as much as a full grown bull will. So, where's my rope at? There it is. Boom. All right. And of course, we've got to name him. What shall we name you? How about Bully? All right, Bully Boy, he's with us now. So we've got a pretty serious herd. Oh, and when I entered the village, all the companions abandoned me. They're officially gone. So people you see around us are just villagers, basically, at this point. So we've got to rely only on our canines going forward, at least until we assemble another army and attack. But we're going to have to wait for the future, guys. I think that'll do it for today's episode, but it's been a pretty big one. I hope you enjoyed our very first mass assault. Don't worry, they are going to get bigger and closer, unfortunately, probably closer just in terms of are we going to survive all of these assaults, but we'll see, guys. I hope you'll stick around. Stay tuned for more of the series. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all on the next episode.